welcome to the Top Wraps Limited YouTube channel, and trying something a little bit different. I'm going to jump straight into this video. Look at this Jaguar, over 60 hours of polishing, detailing works, interior, engine bay, PPF, top end ceramics to reach this finish here. Over 60 hours. So guys, if you're interested in seeing how we achieved it, then keep following this video. Love that grill shot. Wow, it's like jewelry, right? Trying a slightly different format with me doing a voiceover, and let's see how this one goes. But I'm looking at this video and looking at the quality of that car, and I'm blown away. Okay, right, so we are doing a gorgeous, we're detailing an absolutely stunning Jaguar XKR supercharged black. I'm going to do a bit of a different style video on this one. My plan is to basically film and then narrate over the top, but I wanted to do an intro, show you what we're working with, show you what's happening, and then I can just go into the normal, or should I say the video, and talk over the video. So it's a completely different style to us. Oh look, you can just see my new bike. In fact, while we're here, let's just do a quick peek at this. Here she is, look at this. My new Speciale, it's a bit dark in here. How cool is that? I got it with 400 miles, done about 700 now. There'll be a whole video series on this and bikes, particularly next year, but this has been something this year, absolute awesome, and that is my pride and joy. Absolutely love that. But here it is, let's have a little look. So you can see, I've done some shots already. Paints, it's not bad. Somebody's tried to polish it and just left it really rough. In my opinion, rough. So client wants this like glass. So that's what we're gonna do. So starting with microfiber stage, coarse compound, and that's gonna be the first of 3 stages. Paint's measured, bonnet looks like it's had a little bit of paint on it. It was measuring 300 microns. What were the sides? 240s. So it's a bit thicker than normal. So, really straight car, really honest car, and we are really looking forward to doing this. So much work to do. So we've got full body work to do, basically what we would call a full correction, restoration grade, lights to PPF, full interior detail, which I believe has pretty much happened. Buttons are typical for this age, quite sticky. That unfortunately is just how it goes at this age group. I've got a BMW, and some of the buttons on this area are doing the same. It's not there. Oh, they had the Bowers and Wilkins at this age, I'm surprised. So it's probably got a great stereo system, but this looks great. I mean, look at that. 2011 car, low miles, really looks fantastic in there. Smells good, got the suede headlining. It's gorgeous. Enough with getting this engine bay nice and clean. Low mileage example, so let's get this looking absolutely awesome. Break down all that grease, use APC, and the finished article looks absolutely amazing. Look at that, wow. Almost defying the hands of time. Clearly a well loved and well cared for example. That just needed some light touches to get this right. Good APC, agitate, take your time, careful not to get in any of those connectors, covering up vulnerable areas, and just take your time. That took a good few hours to get this engine bay this way, and then dressed with appropriate plastic dressers. Of course, non-flammable. Moving on to the interior, really just taking our time here. Obviously it's had a really intensive vacuum clean, and now just working our way through the leather. Really soft bristle Tampico brushes, really gentle, especially on cars this age. You don't know what's happened, and we just take our time. Circular motions, clean microfiber towels, and we just keep repeating, always checking to see if there's any sort of paint transfer, and layer up protection afterwards. And starting with the cut work. So, as mentioned before, Rupes polisher, microfiber, Jaguar's pad. Really take your time, building up your speed. Work the compound, back down, and just take your time. Check the area and see how you feel that that's working for you. But I really like these Jaguar's pads. They're our go-to pad and have been for some time. I've tried quite a few. Recently started moving over to the Lake Country, but I still prefer these Jaguar's pads. These are the OGs of cutting. In this shot here, you can see my trusty Milwaukee DA 15mm throw cordless polisher. Really good machine, and really allows me a lot of control. Quite heavy, battery rattles quite a bit, but it's really standing the test of time and showing that the Rupes machines sometimes are proving a little bit unreliable. But wow, I absolutely love this machine. It's brilliant for spot repairs as well. Outside the shop, quick, easy to get the machine and set it up, and do localized repair work quickly without needing extension leads and plugs. Some of the cut work here, look at that bonnet. First cut, and we've still got so much to do, so much to do. You can just tell this is the point that we knew we're going to get the standard that we require for this car. Absolutely stunning, and love seeing it come into life. And we're just going to keep chipping away now, working away at our respective sections, and moving through different compounds, moving through different pads to get this right. And many hours of polishing to get this to this standard. Nice little cheeky shot of my bike here on the right hand side as well. Pad here, this one gifted to us by Lake Country, and you see those dimples. Not only do they aid cooling, they hold compound, so you technically can press down and reload on the fly, which I thought was a really good idea. But really good pads. I really like these. A little bit firmer, but that dual layer foam stops them splitting like our go-to Rupes pads. But really, really good pads, and I think I'll be moving over to these for 2026 when we do our big order our new compounds and pads and machines. But this is a really, really good pad. For me, it's the go-to for big jobs like this. We'll often have the lights low, so you can see that the lights actually in the main shop here, the detailing shop, are actually not on. So we find that you can just see so much more defects when you have the main lights low. We use our kind of spotlights that we've got on the stands. I've got a scan grip here. I can change the color and you really can see everything. So we like to do this headphones on and just focus on the task at hand. It's a really nice way to work. It's relaxing, and yeah, you can get in a real groove working in this way. And here I am just chopping through this door, taking my time and just making sure I'm happy. And you can see the low light here, the two lights, just lighting our respective areas. Third stage is the white pad, the white Rupes pad with Koshkemi M3. Really, really, really good polish this. And it just gets any of that last degradation out and it will leave this thing looking absolutely awesome. The first piece of PPF, very interesting. So machine cut strips, as you can see. So these are absolute no-brainer, cheap insurance, door edge guards. So you can see I've pre-cut the sheet and there is roughly 50 strips. And starting at the top, I'll tack it. And I'm giving this an ever so slight pull. So I'm pulling in the downwards direction. You can see it's just there, tension. And I'm rolling this film around the edge. And you've got one shot at this. Otherwise, it's a replacement piece. Door edges are super vulnerable. And I just think this is a no-brainer. Really cost effective as well. And then I'm just molding it around that bottom piece. I'll then go back up the top and start working that around. But look, always starting at the corner. See how I've got that corner? And then I can work down and up from it, or up from it and down from it, but always get that corner. Deal with the tension there first, and I'm pushing really hard here, guys. And then look how it just melts into the door panel, protecting that low mileage door edge. And look at the reflection of that door, absolutely fantastic. Look, we're just going to work that round. See, I'm putting a lot of pressure in this here. And the first time the client clinks this door off a wall and remembers he's got PPF door edges, he's going to be a very happy man. But absolutely one of our go-to services here at the shop, and we apply these to pretty much most cars that come through the door. And there's the finished article. Obviously we've got to give that a bit of a wipe, but how neat is that? Peekaboo Neil. So, moving on to our core software. Let's have a look at what I'm doing here. I am going to be bringing up the Jaguar XKR Coupe. You can see the model year at the top, 2011-2014, and I'm looking for a bumper deck lid and the lights, which are both here because we're going to be installing these next. So this is how the software works. So I'll pick what we want. This is the subscription based software as well. It's very expensive. The film is very expensive, well over £1,000 per roll, and this software as well is over £1,000 per year. So it's PPF is a big investment. The machine itself easily 10 to 15k depending on specifications. So here it is. Here's my cut board. So you can see how I've placed this. So that is how it will cut on the machine. And then we press our cut button. Here's the machine with the PPF loaded. And look, you can see it just starting to move. So this is some kind of, behind the scenes stuff here, which is quite cool to see. Release the toggle, and there's our piece. I'll then go and take this over, usually to a table. If I'm being a bit lazy, I'll use our Metro roof as a bit of a weeding panel, and it looks like I'm going over there, and here we go. So weeding is quite simple, really. We're basically taking the waste material or waste PPF around the pattern off, which will leave me with our patterns that we want. So if I peel an edge, I'll usually grab an edge if I can get it. Here we go. I'll then hold down at the edge of the pattern and give it a sharp pull, and you are left with your respective patterns. So layering up the PPF on this rear deck lid, tacking one side, slight pull to lose that bag, squeegee that top section. I'm pressing very hard here as well. It doesn't look like it, but I'm pressing very, very hard. And then what we'll do is work down the forward facing section of the rear bumper, and then I'll use a specific tool which you'll see to cut the sensor holes absolutely perfect. I extended this piece ever so slightly so it runs downwards, and you can just see me working this down now, working down the tension in this area here. Always checking to see if you've got any debris. I'm applying a slip solution here, and I'm pulling to the right. Can you see I'm pulling to the right, trying to spread those fingers out? And then now I can just work these sections down and just plow straight downwards and push that tension out. The tool that I've got for trimming sensors is really, really cool, and you'll be seeing that coming up shortly. Really, really cool tool. Again, big investment, but I've learned the hard way in this road, in the detailing wrap and PPF space, and all the other things we do. Have a tool for absolutely every eventuality to help you get the quality right. I love the way the camera just follows my movements. This is the new DJI Osmo 3. I've been really investing a lot in trying to get this right. Get this kind of footage right and get the footage to a certain quality. I'm doing a different style video. And I believe this is the last piece of PPF, and this is the headlights. Now the headlights were showing signs of degrading, so we polished these, and then the client asked that we protect them moving forward. So let's go through it. Again, you saw me cut the pattern pieces, so I've sprayed our solution on here. This is hot water in that small bottle. There's no alcohol, it's just hot water. I will tack this to perfection, really take my time lining that up, really lining that up, making sure that it looks good across all edges, and then look, little swipe there, and then I'll start moving up. Now my intention here is to stretch this piece over to the corner, right there where my finger is now. This will iron out tension and allow me to squeeze this down. So watch, stretch right to the edge. You can see it move, and there you go, another tack there. And then now I can shift this light exactly where I want it to be. I was really pleased with how these turned out, and protecting these very expensive lamps for the long haul. Strangely on these ones, the clear coat actually seems to chip off rather than go cloudy. I had an email as well from another client that saw some media we put out on this, and his were doing the same. And these light units, as mentioned before, are extremely expensive. I think they're £1,500 per unit. So this is a no-brainer if yours are good enough to protect at this point. I'd like to think that this will stop the clear chipping any further than where it has gone. Luckily, it's just on the edge of this. But here we go. Finished piece. Wiping it off. And these were absolutely flawless install. And I was really happy with the patterns, especially for an older vehicle. And then often I'll go over it again. I'm blocking the camera here. But one last spray of slip. And at this point, I can put a bit more pressure on it and make sure we've got all the liquid out underneath, giving this the best chance to adhere to the substrate, in this case the plastic light. And there you have it, a perfectly installed headlight paint protection film installed. Coating. In this case, we are using the 9-year professional use only gtechniq Ultra. Absolutely amazing product. Here it is, black bottles. Got our gloves, pads, and we will just apply in squares. You can actually see what this does. It almost stains the paint, and we will be blending backwards to the back of the car. 2 cloths to level this off. Take our time. Make sure it's not doing anything crazy or scratching the paint, and sometimes they do. And we're literally going to work through panel by panel, as you see in here, across the whole car. And then we've got to do it all over again with EXO. So we'll spend hours leveling this coating. Often a good time at the shop as well. We tend to have a good dance, good chat, a boogie down, and just enjoy each other's company and enjoy, you know, the final stages of the vehicle. We're checking everything over, making sure we don't get any over wipes, because this product is a sand off the paint product. And here's EXO here. I can tell he's using EXO because he's applying a whole door. And it gets pretty tiring by this point. Gets pretty tiring. And that is where I'll leave you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And let's get into the final walk around and show you how this looks. Nice to see Neil having a good smile there as well. Listen guys, this whole video has been overlaid voice, so I thought I'd just finish up by the final piece, talking about what I've done, or what we've done, what we've done to the car, and how we've got it here really. So I'll be overlaying all the nice shots of what's happened, but this is the final result. It's been here now for nearly, although we haven't been working it for that, but 2 weeks. It feels like a long time. And as much as we love having these things, it's nice to see them go. We're literally looking at these in microscopic detail. So I'm going to start from the beginning, talk about everything that we've done, and try and summarize. Obviously, the car came in. It was all prepped, did all the good stuff, clay barred, and we just got to work. So 3 stages of body work. Correction, so this is a full correction. We're talking definite restoration grade. I mean, look at it. It looks absolutely incredible. 3-stage on the body, full interior detail, coatings, waterproof the carpets. We've got I did a dent on the roof. So there's a bit of a dent in the roof, so I filled that in with paint, sanded it back. It's not perfect, but it's given it a lot flatter of a profile. What else we done? PPF door strips, edges. It'll be all this is in the video. PPF on the lights, PPF on the rear, bumper deck. What else have we done? Wheel coatings, obviously ultra black for the bodywork, which is a 9-year product. I think that's pretty much it. It doesn't sound like a lot, but we're talking a culmination of easily 50 plus hours work to get to this flawless result. Hope the client's happy. Obviously he'll be watching this video a lot later on. So thank you very much for your custom. Really appreciate it, and trusting us with your baby, because this is absolutely his baby, I can assure you. So, you know, thank you very much for trusting us with your pride and joy. It's been an honor. And if anybody else wants something like this, guys, head to the website, www.toprapz.com, and check us out. And if you've got something special that you want kind of looking perfect, this is the service. So again, thank you very much, and peace.
So strong.